Hi friends, and today we can discuss from AS3 cash flow statement. I say study material illustration 5. So complete theory part and all the earlier 4 illustrations that have been uploaded. So please watch through playlist, and we can discuss all the illustrations and practical questions also. So but very importantly for CA interest students, my sincere advice is, and you have to work out each and every sum and quite number of times. N times you can practice. So even if you practice 10 times, and you may practice 11th time also, because when you practice quite number of times, and you can save much of time in the examination to finish the sum. Only who can practice quite number of times, and they can answer the almost 90 or 100 marks paper in the examination. Okay, first once you know the concept, and just you have to practice quite number of times. Okay, and now let us go to the fifth one, and how to work out cash flow statement by the given problem. We can see that prepare a cash flow statement of Messrs M&T Limited for the year ending 31st March 2011 with the help of the following information. And let us put the heading Messrs M&T Limited cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2011, and of course here I mentioned as using direct method. Unless otherwise separately directed in the problem, you have to solve by direct or indirect method. So by the given sum, if it is possible to work out through direct method, obviously we select the direct method, because direct method is always quite simple. Okay, sometimes it may be given very clearly in the sum, and you need to work out indirect method or direct method. So whenever it is given like that, and just you have to do according to the given sum. Otherwise, by the given data, if it is possible to work out direct method, obviously you can work out direct method, because it will be quite simple. But here it is possible to work out in direct method, so we are working in the direct method. Let us check it how it is possible to work out direct method. There are 15 points given here, and I would like to explain one by one point, and where we have to write each and every one. First point is company sold the goods for cash only. So it is very clear that entire goods of the company sold for cash only. Okay, means there is no credit sales, only cash sales. But if you can say cash sales, obviously cash sales is directly operating activity. In the direct method you can take it. So to know the cash sales, there is a hint given in the second point. GP ratio is 30% for the year. So gross profit amount is 3,82,500. So GP 30% on your sales. Sales is completely cash sales, we know that, which means sales is 100%. On that 30% is the GP. We know 30% is 3,82,500. Let us see how 100% is equal to how much. We can say the sales 30% is equal to 3,82,500. 100% is equal to how much, which means 3,82,500 into 100 by 30. Then automatically sales will come. That is a cash sale from operating activity. Wages paid, and obviously it is an operating activity. Whenever cash sales and cash purchases directly given, and you can do by the direct method, need not to go for indirect method, so here we can do the direct method, right? Second point is over. Come to the third point. Opening inventory was lesser than the closing inventory. Opening inventory is lesser than the closing inventory, means otherwise closing inventory is higher than the opening inventory. Closing inventory is higher means, so current asset is increase in current asset is outflow. But of course we need change in working capital. Current asset increase is outflow of money to be considered. But where change in working capital, that should be considered only when you do the sum in the indirect method, the change in working capital to be incorporated. But when you are doing the direct method, that is not required here. So while doing the sum, third point is completely not necessary, keep it aside. But of course you require this only while doing the indirect method. So in the indirect method, what you are supposed to do while incorporating change in working capital, so whenever opening stock is lesser than closing stock, otherwise closing stock is more than opening stock, so increase in current asset, which is outflow. Change in working capital, increase in current asset to be taken like a outflow. But here it is not required, just keep it aside. Wages paid 4,92,500. It is an operating activity. Office and selling expenses paid 75,000. It is operating activity. Dividend paid 30,000 including dividend distribution tax DDT. Dividend paid and including DDT put together, it is known as a financing activity. Bank loan repaid 2,15,000 including interest. Bank loan and interest paid put together is a financing activity. Bank loan repaid along with interest is a financing activity. Trade payable on 31st March 2010 exceed the balance on 31st March by 25,000. So trade payable on 31st March 2010, and which is last year, exceed the balance on 31st March 2011. When you compare to the trade payable is a current liability. So opening liability is more, closing liability is less. So closing liability is less means a decrease in current liability. Decrease in current liability is nothing but outflow. And that ith point is also not required here when you do the indirect method. So there, while incorporating change in working capital and there increase in trade payable, current liability outflow should be considered. But here it is not required. Third is not required. Eighth is also not required. Ignore that. Ninth, amount paid to trade payable during the year operating activity. Trade payable means towards the purchases, 4,60,000 operating activity. Tax paid during the year 65,000, obviously operating activity. Provision for tax on 31st March 2011, 45,000. That is also not to be considered. Only tax paid to be taken, provision for tax not necessary. That is also required. So when it is required, when you do the indirect method, provision for tax to be added back as a non-cash item, tax paid to be deducted as a operating activity. Okay, so provision for tax 45,000 is also not required. Third point is not required here. Eighth point is not required here. Out of the 10th point which is given in brackets also not required, provision for tax. Investments of 7 lakh sold during the year at a profit of 20,000. So entire amount, whatever the amount you received by the sale of investments we require here, that is to be recorded as a investing activity. So how much amount we received? 7 lakh plus 20,000. Cost is 7 lakhs. At a profit of 20, totally received 7 lakh 20,000. It should be written as a part of investing activity. Depreciation on fixed assets 80,000. This one is also not to be taken here. If you do by the indirect method, depreciation is a non-cash item, should be added back. But here we are working by direct method, so that is also not required. Depreciation. Plant and machinery purchased. Purchase of fixed assets is always investing activity, right? That's all, no more. If you take all the items whatever I said at respected places, we can add the opening cash equivalents. The result will be closing cash equivalents. What are the items? Just we have to ignore here. Third point is completely you can ignore. Opening inventory lesser than closing inventory. Trade payable opening closing comparison is given, how much increase or decrease by 25,000, ignore. Provision for taxation is to be ignored. Depreciation also to be ignored. Except these items, remaining items, let us take where they have to be taken. At the three places, cash flow from operating activities, investing activities, as well as financing activities. Okay, one by one I would like to take. First one, cash received by sale of goods. Cash received by sale of goods. I said that 3,82,500. It is, if sale is 100%, this is equal to 30%. If 30% is this much, 100 is how much? 100 by 30. Then we can say what is the cash sales during the period? 12,75,000. 12,75,000. And first and second points are completed. Third point not required. Wages paid during the year. Cash paid for wages. Cash paid for wages 4,92,500. Office and selling expenses paid. Cash paid for office and selling expenses. Operating activity 75,000. 75,000. Dividend paid including DDT. Dividend paid is a financing activity. cash paid as dividend, NDDT, dividend distribution tax 30,000, cash paid as dividend and dividend distribution tax together, bank loan repaid, financing activity, including interest, bank loan repaid including interest 2,15,000, 2,15,000 financing activity, trade payable comparison opening closing given, it is not required here, ignore. Amount payable to trade payable, cash paid for purchase of goods or cash paid for trade payable, trade payable 4,60,000, suppliers or creditors, nothing but payment towards the purchases 4,60,000, tax paid, of course you can reduce here, 65,000 provision for tax not required, just ignore. So investments are sold at 7,20,000, it is investing activity, cash received by sale of investments, cash received by sale of investments 7,20,000, 7 lakh plus 20,000, 7,20,000. When investments are sold, entire amount 7,20,000 received. Depreciation on fixed assets, just simply ignore. Cash paid for purchase of plant and machinery, investing activity. Cash paid for purchase of cash paid for purchase of plant and machinery 2,50,000, 2,50,000, that's all. For all of these net result opening cash 2 lakhs to be added, the net result should be equal to closing and closing cash equivalents. Okay, now I would like to see the first one here, 12,75,000. Out of the three amounts to be reduced, the net amount should be 2,47,500. Out of this, tax paid should be deducted. Provision for tax, simply ignore. Tax paid should be considered here. Check it, how much tax paid, 65,000 is the tax paid. Okay, write the net amount in outer column, 1,82,500. This is what we say net cash flow from operating activities. Write in outer column. Similarly, come to the investing activities, only two items are there. Net amount is 4,70,000. This is what we can say net cash flow from investing activities. Activities, and come back to the last one, financing activities. So both are minus figures within bracket, 2,45,000 outflow. This is what we can say net cash flow from financing activities. All of the result together we can say, so inflow of 4,07,500. Inflow, it should be added by the opening cash and cash equivalents. Two lakhs. Therefore, the result is closing cash and cash equivalents 6,07,500. Check it, 6,07,500, which is closing cash equivalents. This is the simple way to solve this particular sum, and we can discuss the sixth problem in the next class. Okay, bye.